Welcome, everybody. Before we get started today, I just as the mayor of the city, from my family to everybody in our community and around New Mexico, we want to wish you a very Merry Christmas, a wonderful holiday season, a Happy Hanukkah, and just a wonderful new year coming up in 2014. We've got a bright future ahead of us, and we're really looking forward to working with our community and those that serve in the city of Albuquerque in the coming year. Today, we will be announcing a new interim chief for the Albuquerque Fire Department. Before I do that, I want to talk a little bit about Chief Jim Breen. Chief Breen's last day is the chief of the Albuquerque Fire Department. Will be on the 31st of December. He's been with AFD for over 23 years, and he was the chief that I appointed when I was elected mayor in 2009. And he's just done a tremendous job. He's been a good friend. He's been a good steward of resources. He's been a great advocate for his department, and he's really brought the department a long way in the last 4 years. Some of the programs that Chief Breen was instrumental in bringing to the forefront are the PIP program, which is our Public Inebriate Intervention Program, the Community Paramedics program, where we have more trained paramedics on the streets of Albuquerque. In fact, we're in the process of doubling those paramedic units. The community medicine aspect of the fire department, and also the automatic aid agreement, which may be one of the least heralded and most important things that have happened in public safety in this area for many, many years. And so he's been absolutely fantastic. We have more firefighters today than the day that we started, when I started as mayor and Chief Breen started as the chief of the fire department. And of course, this is during a time when we've had severe budget cuts and we've had to really tighten our belts as families and businesses have had to do around the country during this national recession. He's really been a great guy, a great advocate. I'm going to have him say a few words here in just a few minutes, but we wish Jim all the best in his retirement, and we want to thank him for a stellar career in public service. Before I announce the deputy chief, I do want to thank Deputy Chiefs Islehart, Green, and San Esteban, who are with us today, for their service. Our fire marshal, Mr. Padilla, and Commander Severa is here from Battalion 2 as well as Chief Downey and his family. So today I will be appointing a longtime public servant to serve as the interim fire chief at the Albuquerque Fire Department, as we say farewell to Chief Breen. Our new interim chief of the Albuquerque Fire Department will be David Downey, and Dave is here with his wife Kim. There's Dave over here, his wife Kim, his sons Greg, Chris, and David. David Downey is currently a deputy chief at the Albuquerque Fire Department. He has been since October 9th of 2010, when Chief Breen and I appointed him to that position. As a deputy chief, he oversees all operations within the Albuquerque Fire Department, the Emergency Response Division, and all health and safety programs. And it's really the largest division within the Albuquerque Fire Department that Deputy Chief Downey has been overseeing for the last 3 years. During his time as deputy chief, he also completed the prestigious National Fire Academy's Executive Fire Officer Program. And over the past few years, I've been able to work with Dave Downey and observe his dedication to his department, his dedication to the city, and I've been very, very impressed with his abilities, his can-do attitude, his relationship with the firefighters, the men and women that go out every day and risk their lives to keep us safe. He's a true believer in the Albuquerque Fire Department. He knows what he's doing. He's good at what he does. And today, I'm proud to announce that Dave Downey will be our interim chief, and I look forward to working with him as we continue to innovate in the public safety area with the Albuquerque Fire Department. So, Chief Downey, congratulations. I'm going to have Chief Breen come up and say a few words, and then we're going to hear from the new interim chief, Dave Downey. Chief Breen.
Thank you, sir. Well, Deputy Chief David Downey, clearly a highly qualified and well-suited public safety servant for this position. He's really prepared himself over the last 21 years for this role, and I'm very confident that he's not only going to do a great job, but he will serve in the highest traditions of the Albuquerque Fire Department. I'm very excited for him and his family, and I'm pleased to be passing command to a man that has honor, integrity, and character. And I feel really good about this decision by the mayor, and the community will be well served by it. So Dave and Kim, congratulations to both of you.
And with that, I want to bring up Interim Chief Dave Downey. He will be taking over those duties on January 1st of this year. We'll actually do the change of command on the 31st of January, which will be Chief Breen's last day, and then we'll have Chief Downey as our interim chief. So, Chief Dave Downey.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. I'm grateful to have this opportunity to serve as the interim fire chief. The Albuquerque Fire Department is one of the best fire departments in the United States, and I'm both proud and humbled to be its next leader. I'd like to thank Mayor Barry and Mr. Perry for this fantastic opportunity. Under Chief Breen's leadership for the last 4 years, the department's accomplished several goals that have enhanced our services while improving firefighter safety and performance. I want to personally thank Chief Breen for his guidance and mentorship he's provided to me over the years. He was my captain at Station 3 when I was a lieutenant, so we've been working together for quite some time. I want to congratulate him on his 23 years of service with the department. Thank you very much, Chief. We have a great fire department, and its firefighters are what make that so. I'd like to thank the department members that have offered me their support and encouragement through this process, many of whom are here with me today, and I'm proud to have them with me. I look forward to working together with them as we continue to move our department forward. This opportunity would not be possible if it weren't for the support I have from my family. My parents, Lloyd and Linda, are here. My sister Stacy's here all the way from Florida. My 3 sons, Greg, Chris, and David, are here as well. My wife of 21 years, Kim, has been my greatest supporter and confidant. I literally would not be the firefighter I am today if it was not for her. That's a story for another day, but that's a good story one of these days. Babe, I love you very much. The holidays are a time for celebrating with family and friends, and I have great cause to celebrate and much to be thankful for. The Albuquerque Fire Department has given me much, and I will continue as the interim fire chief to work hard and from this position do my very, very best to keep our community and our firefighters safe during all emergencies during which we will dutifully serve. Thank you very much and happy holidays.
Well, I'm very excited for this day. You know, Chief Downey said it, and Chief Breen consistently says it, as do I. We have absolutely one of the finest fire departments in the country, and that's because we are forward-thinking, we're innovators. We've got men and women that get up every day and go out and do a tremendous job on behalf of the citizens of Albuquerque, and I just couldn't be more proud of this department, and I'm very excited to have Chief Downey on as the interim chief. With that, we'd be happy to take any questions if you have any.
What will be the process for selecting a permanent chief?
Well, we're going to address that in the new year, Dan. We will, over the next couple of months, make a decision on whether we go out for a national search or whether we just continue with Chief Downey, or whether we go inside the department for additional opportunities there. But that decision will be made in the next couple of months.
Interim Chief, what do you plan on doing as while you're interim chief?
There's a couple things we're working on right now. Chief Breen set great direction for the department. I'm going to continue to move us in that direction. The two biggest things we're currently working on is the continued expansion of the EMS service delivery system. The mayor mentioned expanding from 20 to 42 paramedic units. We have the equipment to do that. We have the people trained to do that. Retirements have been a little bit more than we thought they'd be this year, so we have to do a little catch up on manpower. We're definitely going to expand the ALS services in the city. And the other, we've been working really closely with the state fire marshal. We have a big evaluation from the insurance services office coming up in July that we're going to continue to prepare very, very hard for, and that's going to be a great benefit to the city when we improve our public protection class rating. So those are the two big things right off the bat we're going to get started with.
Is this a position you'll pursue permanently?
Absolutely, yes. Given the opportunity, yes, sir. Yep.